4/19/2013, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with my cucumber. I've been having a lot of hard time keeping up with it because the reservoir is very small and it drinks it out very quickly. It needs water like twice a day, and kind of like too much for the size of it. And I don't know if I'm going to continue it, although, you know, we got a good sized cucumber coming already. So you see the size of it. Here's another one on the back. There's one more over here. There's more here. Another one on the back there. I have pollinated several more. And, I mean, this thing is, you know, loaded with cucumbers. And, you know, I noticed that my reservoir on the lettuce is getting really, really hot. Around 90s. I'm surprised these guys are, you know, they're still up and alive. Although you can tell it's kind of like stressing the plants. Some of them are limp, some of them are doing okay. Now they're perking up again because it's just cooler, so the water is cooling up. And then we go to the watermelons and tomato, and these reservoir was getting hot also, but not as hot as the Home Depot container, because I think the Home Depot container is like transparent or something. I didn't think of that. And I just put a little mylar around it. I'm probably going to continue it and, you know, finish it up and put around some more, and maybe cut one more piece for the top, because, you know, the top just comes off basically. So, and so far so good. As you see, the yellowing has pretty much disappeared. It's not as bad, especially this guy here that had most of the yellowing. And there was a little bit here too. It's still there, but it hasn't continued. It's turning white now, and I believe that's because of the hot and cold weather I'm getting out here. And you can tell the cucumber has been through stress because it's, you know, been drinking most of the water, and then the reservoir is pretty much 1/10 of the water is left inside. Here, let's take a look at the reservoir real quick. See, that's like, I've already filled it out twice today, and look at it again. It's like a huge mass of rootage in there. It's just unbelievable what one cucumber can actually have as a root mass. It's just amazing. So I wouldn't recommend this to others, unless maybe you use only one cucumber for the entire reservoir. But I guess I did a little overkill and I went for 2 of them. So, but, you know, just to prove myself that I can actually, you know, do it and learn. And as you see the size of this cucumber, it looks pretty good already. And I hope within the next 5 to 10 days it'll be bigger, at least for these guys, so I can eat these guys. But this guy, I want to let it go all the way so I can get some seeds out of it. Now, for the clone, I've been trying to get it hard enough. Here it is, the clone I've had. And these leaves, if you see, it's perking up. So, unlike these ones, they're just limp. See that? What I did the first day, I just took it out here, I covered it, I left it over one day. The next day I took it off, emptied the hot air from the container and just put it back on, and then the same day again did it one more time. And then today I've been you know, just leaving it out so you can get a feel of the outside without the cover. And tonight I'm going to cover it again, and tomorrow I'm going to remove it and leave it off, and from there I hope it makes it. Now for the solar cucumber, I don't know what's going on, but you can see it's just kind of like stressed or something. It does have oh no, it's not aphids, it's thrips they're called. They're like these tiny little white worm-like that are sucking up chlorophyll from the leaf. And that's where the little tiny yellow spots you see, they're not spider mites. You can tell because they are kind of like a cylindrical yellowing here and there spots. And it's like the size of the worm, kind of. Maybe a little bigger than the worm. But I've been using some of this stuff here to hold the cucumber up. Here's 2 more of the baby cucumbers. There's several of them. but yet there's no male flowers on this one. Our cantaloupe is doing good. As you see, we got our first extension coming out, which will be probably where the cantaloupes will be coming from. And then our watermelon right on the back, it's getting bigger also. Our basil, I've been cutting it here and there. And then I went to the dollar store and I found this tower planter for $7. And I picked those up. And I also had to pick up some good soil. I usually pick the Fox Farm for $10 from the hydro store. I get a big bag, and it works nice. So I got me a little nice herb setup. Some it's called the Best Mint, some German, chamomile, some sage, and several other herbs for cooking and stuff. So, I mean, I think it's a good deal for less than $10. So that's my update, though, and I've been experimenting now with these smart pots. I don't know how well they're gonna do. These are some daffodils I pulled out from that spot there, and I don't think they transplant work, but that's okay because the seeds they can regenerate by next year. And then the rest of them are just potatoes. I'm not planning to get anything big. I'm just experimenting, see what I can get out of a 5-gallon smart pot. So that's my update. So my cucumbers, as you see, they're kind of like having a hard time because of the reservoir is kind of small. Let me show you real quick the soil garden. Usually I know that corns grow big and tall, at least like 6 feet tall. These guys, I want to say they're around 3 feet, and already you see the pollen sacs are coming out. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. They're not that tall at all, and I'm surprised to see that. Last year I planted the same genetics, and it did the same thing. I'm not sure if it's the genetics. I bought this on a value pack from Walmart, and I don't think I'm going to be buying those again. Although next year I'm planning on using those Patriot seeds I got. And then the peas, finally, they've been flowering. They've gotten a decent size already. Just a bunch of flowers everywhere. We got a couple peas going. And then early girl, I used a cage I bought from the hardware store. And you see here, I bend it to where it holds, yet if I want to unlock it, I can easily just unlock it. And then my seedlings are not seedlings anymore. Those are Sweeties, cherry tomatoes. And then the early girl, it is a kind of like a cherry tomato on steroids, if you know what I mean. I've already got a couple tomatoes coming in. They're not red yet. There's more. Not sure if you can see them. Let me see if I can find them with this thing. There's a couple more here and there. Well, I'm just experimenting to see. This one is a what do they call it? I forget, but this plant will not grow into a bush. It'll grow into a vine, and it'll bring tomatoes in throughout the year. Oh yeah, it's indeterminate. It's not determinate. Along with that one too. They're both indeterminate tomatoes. And then I removed some of the peas from here because there were only like 7 peas. They're not all that many. I planted like 24 or something, and I guess I have a pest control issue here. They come and eat leaves and stuff. You can tell here. I don't know if it's the birds or if it's what do they call them? Snails. So peppers are doing okay. And then I got me some Japanese eggplants. We got some more cantaloupes here. And then if I show you the other ones, look at this guy. He had a hard time the couple 2 nights. I think something's been attacking it, along with that one too. And then over here, Here's that one, what's being attacked too, and that one too. I don't know what is attacking them. I wish I can find it and eliminate the thread. But I'm still left with one of good ones. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope I didn't bore you out.